Hi, I'm here at Tamarai in London, where Midway is showing us an early build of TNA Impact. Now we're going to have a bit of a play around on the game and hopefully speak to some wrestlers.
Hello everybody, welcome to this event, and we're really excited about this video game. As you know, if you haven't already heard, myself as well as several others on the TNA roster, we've worked very carefully and very closely with Midway Games in trying to produce the best possible wrestling game that we can. Our goal when we started this project was to build a video game that was intuitive, that was fast, that played in real time and was very fun for the video game player. Easy to pick up, hard to master, and I think we've achieved that with this game.
Well, I'd say that's a pretty good summary. It was very fast, very responsive, easy to get the basic moves down, but harder to keep track of all the possibilities open to you, and I certainly didn't develop a whole lot of finesse in those first few rounds. But there was enough in the way of instant gratification that you can tell spending enough time with the game to really get to grips with it won't be a chore at all. As you might expect from TNA, the game is more about quick-paced, high-impact fights rather than the dull submission-style play you get in a lot of other wrestling games, and it was much more fun and exciting as a result. We saw two play modes, Standard Exhibition Match and the Ultimate X Match, where the wrestlers climb above the ring and try to capture the belt. There's a roster of 25 TNA superstars with plans for additional downloadable wrestlers and moves after the main release. Now, the most impressive thing about what we saw was the graphics. There are a few glitches that need to be fixed before release, and there were some things we couldn't do, like walk upstairs or both jump off the turnbuckles at the same time. But in general, this game looks gorgeous. The wrestlers and their moves look very realistic, with many TNA superstars actually being scanned, so we can see details like scars and wrinkles in the skin. And the engine is superb, with really solid contact, and even details like the way that flesh and muscle react to being hit. Now, a really neat feature of this game is that a number of the wrestlers themselves, including Samoa Joe and AJ Styles, are actually big-time gamers and have contributed a hell of a lot, including brainstorming sessions with Midway and actually motion capturing over 200 of the moves.
There we go.
Wow!
There we go.
Dude, that was awesome.
No worries.
You're a self-confessed hardcore gamer. What we want to know is, what are you playing right now?
Currently, honestly, we're working through our Prestige mode on Call of Duty 4. Aside from that, a little bit of GTA. I mean, I finished the main story now. It's just a bunch of races and a bunch of extra jumps I have to go find. And still a little bit of NBA Street. There's a lot of rivalry going around our office about that, so I mean, it makes it a little bit fun.
Yeah, that's cool. And what's your favorite game of all time?
Favorite game of all time? Excuse me. It's a tough call. I've played so many. It's really hard to nail down one. I always go back to the GTA series because, for me, my job, you wrestle 4 days a week, and the last thing you just kind of want to go home and blow off some steam, and just kind of going home and carjacking a few people and shooting a couple other people in the face kind of makes me feel better. I don't know. So, at the end of the day, I definitely go with the GTA series, but hopefully TNA Impact will be my favorite game now.
So tell us about your involvement with TNA Impact, because I mean, as a gamer, sort of being involved with the making of a video game, that's gonna be a great thing, right?
Absolute dream. I mean, it's funny, when you're a kid, you always think to yourself, oh, if I made a video game, it'd be awesome. And then here I am, a kid that's in an adult body, and I've got the chance to do it, and it's been a lot of fun. I mean, just getting in with Midway and just kind of sitting down, collaborating. They took in a lot of our input as far as what we wanted to see in a wrestling video game, and it's been a really fun process, man. It's been awesome.
And so do you feel that you're really kind of contributing to the genre? Because let's be honest, a lot of wrestling games that are out there aren't very good quality.
Absolutely not. And honestly, if anything, what we want to do with this game is not only produce a fantastic game, but we wanted to push the industry. We wanted to put some heat on the THQ boys down there, because when there's no other competition in town, it's very hard to kind of push yourself. So I hear all these stories about them having sayings from Kurt Angle up on the wall, saying Kurt Angle buried the SmackDown game and this and that. And I'm sure that I said a few things at the Vegas press conference that got placed on their wall to give them inspiration to go. But if it produces a better wrestling video game, then I'm all for it. Whether it be ours, whether it be theirs. But the bottom line is, at the end of the day, I think TNA Impact will beat them every time.
Well, so far it looks very good.
You can put that on your wall.
This looks like such a lot of fun to have been involved with.
Oh, it really was. It's exciting for us, to be such, I'm serious, we really are nerds when it comes to video games. We read all the magazines. We get online, check the websites. I mean, it started, actually, Midway came to Orlando Studios where we filmed TV. We sat down, we talked about what we liked in the game, what we didn't like in a game, and after we were done talking to the Midway guys, the higher-ups, they looked at us and smiled, and we knew everything was going to be great. You know, that they were thinking the same things that we were, and then when it came to getting the moves done, we knew exactly what they wanted. And worked hard to get there, and it was all in-house stuff that we had all our own guys doing most of the moves, so we knew exactly what they wanted to see. You know, it just and even till the end, even till the very last day, Samoa Joe and I were in there saying, oh, "This is what I don't like about it. Can we put some more leap in this guy's hop?" Or just little things like that. That we were there and hands-on and. That's what it's all about. When a gamer can get in there and tell you what he likes, and not that the programmers aren't gamers themselves, but we're looking from the outside in, and I think that makes a big difference.
I suppose you're in kind of a unique position because you know what it feels like to do those moves, but you also know what it feels like to try and do them with a controller as well.
Absolutely, and I think that's why they definitely ask for our opinion on a lot of stuff, and I really appreciate that because as a gamer, I know what I want to see, and as a wrestler, I know what really happens. Motion capture, it was actually something I've always wanted to do. I always wanted to be a part of it, and to get in there and actually do it and see how it all works, to get the T-pose, when they're trying to look at what dots are on you and stuff like that, and make sure you haven't lost one, or if you've done a move and you got somebody else's dot on you, or they're missing their head, something like that. It's really fun stuff like that, and we had a great time doing it, and that's what it's all about, especially when you're doing something you love. And making a video game in wrestling, it doesn't get much better than that for me.
So where do you go from there? I'm going to recover myself, hang out a little bit here, play some wrestling, and I'm going to go pre-order my copy of this game because it is looking very good so far. Make sure you keep an eye out for it. It's going to be released on September the 2nd. Bye-bye.
Indiana Jones Legos. I don't know what it is about this game. It's just fun, and I know it's supposed to be a kid's game, but it makes me laugh. And at some points, I'm like, I can't figure this out. And then, and it's just a simple, break a block, and you're, getting some Legos, and you're good to go. But it's just fun.